Australia's Ironmen are some of the toughest athletes in the world.
Run, 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 run!
Supremely fit.
Oh, out fast.
Masters of the surf. And unstoppable.
This is hectic.
Last time on Deep Water, a brutal CrossFit and Ironman challenge ended in a hard-fought win for Kendrick. Today, from outrigger canoes to Dory boats, the boys struggle to keep their heads above water in sports they've never attempted before.
This is definitely testing the friendships, this challenge.
It's day 2 in LA, and the boys have woken up to sunshine and seriously sore muscles, thanks to the CrossFit challenge.
The boys are hurting. The boys are hurting a lot. You know, CrossFit, we don't do it. I've never done it, to be honest.
We're all pretty sore.
But for Poole, the pain could be a sign of something more serious.
And the back of my arm is actually just stopping me move. I've got like this held hook arm thing that's like 90 degrees.
Everyone's suffering muscle soreness and muscle stiffness. I think we're all in a pretty well even playing field with that, but I haven't been able to bend my right arm beyond 90 degrees. That's as far as I can get it at the moment.
Never ever felt like this in my whole life. Ever, ever. Everything just feels ripped through my arms, through my forearms. To do the hardest CrossFit there is, after not doing any CrossFit, it's genius.
It's actually quite funny seeing all these professional athletes hobbling around and laughing at each other, so it's good.
But there's no time for R&R. They're on their way to Hermosa Beach to be introduced to a sport they've never attempted before. By local lifeguard, Mike.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, man. How are you?
Guy. Kendrick.
Mike.
Allie. And Matt as well. We've heard you guys are phenomenal athletes, and we expect you guys are going to pick it up quickly.
The sport is outrigger canoeing. These boats can be lightning fast if you know how to handle them. And Mike's mates do. They're the state champions. And they've challenged our Ironman to a race.
We're going to go out, and we'll go down to the other end, and we're going to do it's about a 1K sprint back to here. And so we'll race you guys and see how you guys hold up, and yeah, looking forward to it.
I sort of sized them up. They were pretty strong looking guys, had long levers.
Can't back out now, right?
Okay.
Sure you're up for this?
We're up for it.
No, we'll go hard. Let's do this.
But we could fare all right here, even though none of us have paddled it before. We could fare all right in this one.
Pulling back from a challenge just isn't in Ironman DNA.
You know, we had a job to do against these boys, and we sort of wanted to uphold our pride and reputation.
I was pretty excited to get in an outrigger for the first time.
I got trust in every single one of those boys, and I'd fight with them side by side.
All right, you guys ready?
Like, no matter how sore we are, we're just going to give 100%, and let's nail it.
Go!
On Hermosa Beach, the 6 Ironmen are about to take on California's outrigger canoe champions.
You're in the hands of the starter! Go! Get going!
We had a few tactics, I guess, at the start to have a quick few smaller strokes and then started lengthening out.
We were moving the boat really well. We're all in sync. And All of a sudden, I was in the water before I even realised that the boat had flipped. I don't know what happened.
It's a rookie accident, or is it? Let's take a look at the tape again.
We were paddling along and they just absolutely gapped us right from the start.
I was sixth man and Poole was fifth man, so Poole's looked back at me and he's going, oh.
Let's take the boys for a dip.
And I was like, no. And then he's like, nah, come on, it'll be funny. And I was like, oh, okay. Count of three. It was a little bit of a setup. And easy.
But was it just a prank?
Nice.
Or did Poole sabotage the challenge to prevent further damaging his arm?
We always knew that we're never going to beat them. They'd be just silly. And, you know, Poole's injured at the moment, so obviously the boys at the back had a little plan.
Oh, Poolee.
We had them. Sorry, boys, got your hair wet.
Matt Poole's known as a larrikin, but also one of the most determined competitors on the Ironman circuit.
I'm willing to put my body on the line to try and win.
Matt hit a career high in 2014.
Took out the Molokai to Oahu Paddleboard World Championships. 32 mile across the open ocean.
And nowhere has he proved his true grit more than during his rough ride on deep water.
Last season's deep water was super tough for me.
First he gashed his foot, then disaster struck in Kalbarri National Park.
I was at the halfway mark and I broke my left fibula clean in 2 places. I ended up running the next 4Ks with a broken leg to the finish line and my journey on deep water was over.
Now, Poole's in the wars again.
First it was the sliced open toe, then the broken leg, now I've got the busted arm.
But as his competitors know, what doesn't kill him only makes him stronger.
Always turn every negative into a positive. I'm always trying to turn my weaknesses into a strength. I still keep coming back and I still keep fighting, so I'm not going to give up yet.
At the iconic Hermosa Beach Pier, today's real challenge awaits.
The whole day, everyone was sort of getting a bit tense. Got here and saw the Dory boats and our hearts sort of dropped, I suppose. More stuff we've never done before and more stuff that's going to make us sore.
Hey guys, are you all prepared to put this challenge in the hands of one of your rivals? Wes?
Well, boys, welcome to the Dory Boat Challenge. You'll be racing individually and as a team. There's always a twist, isn't there?
Today's challenge mixes regular Ironman with rowing in a dory boat, the Californian version of a surf boat. They'll start with a paddleboard race, then launch and row a dory boat, then swim, then get back into the dory boats, before jumping into surf skis and finishing with a sprint. They'll be competing individually, except when it comes to the dory boat legs, when they'll have to work together with one of their rivals.
So these dory boats, guys, are an unfamiliar vessel for you. I'm sure none of you have ever paddled one before. It's going to be really important who your teammate is in the dory boat.
There'll be 3 boat captains. Kendrick will choose first, Kai will choose second, and Ali, you'll have who is left over.
I'll go Tano.
Sweet.
He's a strong, aggressive young fella, so I knew he'd be putting his best foot forward and drag me through the actual race.
Can't go past Bebby for this one.
As soon as he picked me, I was like, oh no, like everyone's going to look at me and go, oh, he's the guy who let Kai Hurst down in that one round, you know.
But I went Bebby just due to the fact that that run transition, I knew I'd be a bit quicker on him.
So our third team leaves Poole and Ali.
I definitely drew the short straw.
I knew straight away that I'd be the last pick because all the boys knew that I was injured. I'm having a few problems with my right arm. I haven't been able to bend it more than 90 degrees yet, so I don't know how that's going to work in the boat, I guess. I'm going to be doing a lot of circles.
Okay, guys, feet on the line, set.
Putting our foot on that line, everything goes out the window. The point of coming over here is, you know, you want to win. And I'm going to give it all I've got.
Go, boys!
On Hermosa Beach, California, our 6 Ironmen are about to begin today's challenge.
Feet on the line, set.
Go, boys!
The moment someone says go to an athlete or to a competitor, the mind just tells the body it's fine.
Once the gun went, go 100 miles an hour right from the start and hang on.
Before we take off.
He's leading and he's like, I can't move.
Poole may have an injured arm, but he's been cleared to compete by medics. And he's around the cans first.
I actually came off the board leg first and Ali wasn't too far behind.
As they head onto the beach, it's a tight field. But that's all going to change once they hit the Dory boats.
First in, best dressed.
The word Dory sort of doesn't remind me of a boat. It reminds me of that fish out of Finding Nemo. 3-second memory thing. It's what I felt like I needed today, so I could forget about the pain that I was already going through.
Second partner's there, off you go.
Let's go, boys, push it down.
Those boats are a lot more heavy than I actually thought. Are you pushing, Tannen? And he's like, yeah, mate, let's go. And I'm like, I can't move this thing.
Short steps, more speed. Don't muscle it, speed it.
It was super hard.
For Poole and his damaged arm, it's even harder.
Challenge one's just come back to haunt all of them.
Ali and Poole are struggling a little bit.
And I spoke to a few of the lifeguards. Did the two of you push it down? They're like, we wouldn't be stupid enough to push it down, just the two of us.
Going well, Kai and Bevy.
That's it, Poole. Good job, boys. Good job, good job, good job.
Just leave it up to the Ironman to push it from the top all the way to the water's edge.
First team in the water.
Kai and Bevy actually got to the water first.
Kendrick and Tannen are next in the surf, with Poole and Ali still struggling.
Push, push.
Let's go, come on.
Meanwhile, Kendrick and Tannen have no trouble getting their boat up to speed.
We actually got the boat moving really well. We caught those boys.
But steering it in a straight line is another matter.
We're all in the same boat, so to speak.
Tannen and Kendrick came straight past us.
Poole and Ali are finally in the water, but it's far from plain sailing.
Oh, God. As soon as I got in the boat and started rowing, it was just excruciating.
What's going on? Oh, my God.
Oh,
What is going on?
They're shooting the pier in a Dory boat.
Uh-oh.
The pier, I could see it was getting close.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We could see the details of the oysters on there, and they look sharp.
Meanwhile, the boys in the lead think they've got the hang of it.
Coming in, we actually caught a sick wave. Tano, slide back, mate, and he did one row.
On a wave.
Yeah!
The new wipeout gives Kai and Bevy enough time to slip past and finish the leg first.
Good work, boys.
For Ali and wounded seagull Poole, things are going from bad to worse.
We were all over the place. We're going left and right.
I think we probably paddled twice the course.
Oh, a bit of a... Oh.
It's Kai and Bevy in the lead,
Good work, boys.
with Kendrick and Tannen right behind them.
That's it, boys.
I'm probably more towards the end of my career than I am, at the start of my career like a lot of these boys are.
Go, 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 boy!
So it's nice for me to teach them a lesson or two.
With the swim leg next, Kai Hurst is playing to his strengths.
Poole and Ali have got a bit of work to do. Kai and Bevy just seem to be working as a team a lot better.
They're coming in now. Oh, he's still got it, the old boy. Look at him take off.
Kai finishes that sector first,
Good swimming, Kai. Come on, Bevy.
and his Dory boat partner Bevy comes through second. Kendrick and Tannen are hot on their heels,
Good work. And straight up along the next one.
while Ali and Poole have an uphill battle.
We got in, I was like, they're not that far away, come on.
The second Dory boat leg begins, and there's a slip-up straight away.
We're still in first, and we're rolling out, and we're still in front. Before I knew it, I was looking up at my feet.
It's enough to allow Kendrick and Tannen to close the gap.
There's something in my head, in my mind, just going, go, we got a race to do, we got to win.
Meanwhile, Ali and Poole are trying to stay within striking distance of the leaders.
The goal for us was just not to give up and just to keep moving forward. And we were still hoping that something might happen, someone might have made a mistake. And then
It was actually just sheer bad luck.
I was rowing and all of a sudden my rollick, where the little cradle that your oar sits in, it snapped off and it was gone.
He had no way of actually holding his paddle against the boat. No, it was just like, that's it.
It's the chance Ali and Poole were hoping for.
we just had that motto, I guess. It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Good job, boys. Good job, good job, good job.
At Hermosa Beach, Kendrick and Tannen are preparing to streak past the race leaders.
Felt like a part of an awesome foursome, but it was just two of us, like just going for it. I was rowing and all of a sudden my rollick, where the little cradle that your oar sits in, it was gone.
He had no way of actually holding his paddle against the boat.
And I had to pull the oars in, and Tannen goes, don't worry, mate, I've got this one, I'll row it.
Kendrick was losing it a little bit, and I was just like, all right, I'll take one for the team.
I think it just come down to mongrel and aggression, and he rode on his own.
Somehow, Tannen turns misfortune into an advantage.
Kai actually made a bit of a mistake, so I believe that was probably the turning point.
They had passed us when I made that fatal error of turning right when I should have kept going straight.
Caddies left and right's mixed up all the time.
Once we got in front of Kai and Bevy, that was it.
Kendrick and Tannen are first to hit the sands, but they've still got a surf ski leg to go.
Run in the water. Watch the waves.
For the last section, it's every man for himself.
Grabbed our skis together, and it wasn't until we put them in the water and just jumped on, that's where I thought, I've got to go here. I felt bad, but I had to go. So I felt super bad because I'm sitting there running going, oh, I hope I'm dropping Bevy.
He put his head down there and just, did a Kai Hurst. Did a 15-metre sprint and dropped me.
Poole, I just seen this wave just smash Poole, and I just seen the side of the boat hit his sore arm, and I was like, oh no, that's not good.
That really kind of shattered me. I'm pretty upset. Ali's one of my best mates. I felt that added pressure of I can't let him down.
I hate letting Poole down because I know how much he'd love to do really well in this series.
You don't get much tougher than Poole. He won Molokai, he's a world paddleboard champion. For him to complain that something's wrong, there's seriously something is wrong.
That'll do. Off his go.
It was hard.
When you're in a state of pain, you want it to end, you want it to stop, and I'm going to give it all I've got.
Tannen's a great athlete and he's a super strong ski paddler, so I knew that I had to just get on the ski in front of him and just smash myself to the can. The last thing you want to do, especially with someone like Tannen, is come to a sprint finish up the beach. That kid can run.
He's got the bit in his mouth, I think.
Yeah, it looks like he's gritting through the wind.
By the time we got to the swim cans, I knew that Kendrick's got this. He had a nice, significant little lead on me. He was able to get away.
So for the second time running, Kendrick takes the win. Followed by Tannen. Kai takes third place and Bevy fourth.
That last couple of metres, I think, was so hard.
Well done, mate.
I said, Poole, when we get to the beach, you run up and take it, and I'll take 6.
Injured Poole takes fifth place and his mate Ali in sixth.
I care about Poole. I think I let him down more than he let me down, so that's It's kind of really what upsets me. And
the only reason I raced today was because we're in a teams challenge, so I didn't want to let down Ali, but as it turns out, I pretty much did anyway, so.
he's my mate. I've just got to walk away with a smile on my face. That's what my mum and dad taught me, and that's what I'm going to do now. So, yeah, that's it.
After 2 challenges of Deepwater USA, Kendrick, you're still in front on 12 points.
It's all about just enjoying a win, celebrating it, and, yeah, turn up the next day and start from scratch.
Kai, you're in second on 9. Tenon, you're in third on 8. Ali, you're next on 5.
The whole point of these challenges is to break us, and today definitely got me.
Poole and Bevy, you were together on 4 points.
Hopefully that's not my best result. We've got 6 more rounds to come. Who knows what we could get next.
Kendrick's leading the charge right now, but these unstoppable Ironmen aren't about to give him a moment's breath before they're ready to pounce.
After this one, they're only going to get harder and harder.
I'm so nervous to see what our next 6 challenges hold. You never know whether it's going to be a straight ball, a curve ball, a spinner, who knows.
Next time on Deepwater, a surf at one of California's most famous breaks takes a serious turn.
It's so heavy. Look, like, he's hurt himself.
And the Ironmen are pushed to their limits at an elite Navy SEAL training academy.
This is your chance to ask them questions and just find out, like, how do they train? What drives them? What motivates them?
If there's anything you want to know, ask us whatever you want.
Kangaroo pouches, can you fit in them or no?
Yeah, I used to ride them to school. I sit in there, look at the size of me. I just sit in the pouch, so comfortable. Sometimes I just saddle them up.